Hi, you're on the Retelling Films channel, and this is a retelling of the movie Night Swim. A baseball player moves with his family to a new home after a serious injury. He swims in the pool to rehabilitate himself, but every day the family notices strange things about the pool. The better the father gets, the more danger they are in. The movie begins in 1992 in the yard of a house with a swimming pool. A toy boat floats on its waters in the late afternoon, and a girl notices it through the window. She promises her sick brother that she will get his toy, after which she sneaks past the housekeeper, who is leaving. Outside, the girl sees that the boat is lying at the bottom. She tries to get it with a net, coming closer and closer to the edge. Suddenly, an unknown force grabs the net and the girl loses her balance. Underwater, she sees her mother calling her, but when she surfaces, she discovers that no one is around, but the boat has floated up behind her. The girl swims to the middle of the pool. As she grabs a toy, something grabs her and drags her down, right in full view of the blurry dark figures in the distance. The girl dives out, calling for help, but to no avail. The water swallows the girl without a trace, leaving only one slipper. The story shifts to the present day. Ray Waller, a former baseball player suffering from sclerosis, is looking for a new home for his family so he can be treated comfortably. A realtor shows one house, praising the availability of good medical clinics nearby, but Ray doesn't like it. Driving through the neighborhood after the house tour, Ray notices that it's a typical American suburb with well-maintained houses, green lawns, and kids having fun. He wishes he could stay here like a normal middle-class person. The man's gaze falls on another empty house. The realtor shows the couple the building. No one has lived in it for a long time. It needs some repairs, but overall they like the house. In the backyard, there is a pool carefully covered with a tarp. Ray has dreamed of having one since he was a child. When his wife Eva leaves, he reaches for a baseball in the pool, but loses his balance and falls into the water. Entangled in a tarp, Ray imagines returning to Major League Baseball after recovering. Climbing out of the pool, a man climbs onto the edge as a terrified family runs to him. After that, the spouses go to see a doctor. The doctor strongly recommends that they forget about professional sports and concentrate on recreational physical therapy, walking, yoga, swimming. Ray on the way out of the hospital hints to his wife that it would be a good idea to buy a house with a pool, since the doctor recommends swimming. That's what they decide to do. She and the kids and Kitty soon move into the new house. While the husband unpacked the boxes, the wife screwed the handrails on the stairs for safety. Then the kids head off to their new school. Izzy, the eldest daughter, meets a guy named Ronan who invites her to join the school swim team. During the day, the family is busy cleaning the pool. After draining the water, they remove leaves from the bottom while discussing Elliot, the youngest son's baseball practice. While cleaning the drain hole, Ray sticks his hand up to his elbow but ends up with a cut on his palm. After that, the job is left to the professionals. A specially trained team arrives, the head of which notes the amazing fact that the pool draws water directly from a natural borehole. Soon the work is finished. The tank is filled and the water is treated with chemicals to the desired purity. At Ray's command, the family leaps into the water in a friendly manner. While the father is busy with special exercises, the mother throws coins into the water for the children to dive for them. It's their game. Looking at the happy family, Ray wonders if the disease has done him good. Having given up sports, he began to spend more time with his family. While sorting through some old stuff in the garage, he finds a video camera with footage of goofing around with kids. Eva, meanwhile, is studying her husband's diagnosis while listening to lectures on her upcoming job. Tired, the woman sets out to relieve her tension with a night swim. Swimming in the water, she notices a nervous cat on the edge who does not like the swimming pool. As she continues swimming, Eve sees her husband creeping up on the shore, but the vision is fleeting. When she surfaced, the figure was gone, but the light bulb began to blink alarmingly. In the house, after checking that everyone is in their beds, she complains to her husband about the malfunctioning light. When they go to bed, the lamp continues to blink. Only the lone cat on the springboard sees it, hissing unhappily. In the morning, Elliot notices a cat's collar floating. Since his carcass is not in the water, the adults assume the cat has escaped. Ray pulls out a collar while the rest of the family wanders the yard looking for the furry pet. Entering the house, the man removes the bandages from his arm. The cut has already healed, not even a scar remains. Having failed to find the cat, the boy leaves some canned food on the doorstep. Later, Ray and his son set up a reel of tarpaulin to cover the pool from bad weather and fallen leaves. When they pull the fabric taut, a diving Eva remains at the bottom, but it is only a scary dream. When she wakes up, she looks out the window and sees her husband busily engaged in a night swim, swimming from board to board. When it comes time for the next on-call checkup, the doctor expresses genuine surprise. Ray's test results are phenomenal. In her entire practice, she has never seen anyone make such a rapid recovery. The couple believe it's all about the new diet and exercise, water treatments twice a day. Ray remains active in swimming and exercise. He even records a family video to send the team manager a video fitness report. His son asks to swim with him, but the man doing bench presses, he lets his son swim alone. Elliot attaches the drawn coin to the toy and swims with it, not noticing the shadow looming over the jar with the rest of the coins. Sitting underwater, the boy sees someone toss the coin. Believing it to be his father, he dives out for his glasses, then dives in and collects the coins thrown by someone. From the bottom, the boy sees a silhouette on the curb, which disappears when he surfaces. Deciding it's his sister fooling around, Elliot swims on, but soon notices a suspicious shadow above the springboard. Grabbing a board, he climbs up, but no one is there. Suddenly, the boy hears the voice of a girl addressing him from the sewer hole. She introduces herself as Rebecca and wants the toy back. While trying to take the toy from her, Elliot sees a scary creature with long hair. The frightened boy complains to his mother, but she sees no one. After discussing what had happened with her husband, they concluded that it had been a fit of rich fantasy. After all, Elliot had once socialized with imaginary friends. The conversation ends with a suggestion to organize a party to meet the new neighbors. The family heads to Elliot's baseball practice. Ray, as a former pro, gives advice to the batters while the coach serves the balls. His son is nervous, but after batting out the first pitch, he cheers up. At the end, the coach offers Ray a masterclass, and he agrees. However, he misses twice and even falls down, unable to stay on his feet. On the third swing, he is reminded of the relaxing waters of the pool, and the man hits the ball, knocking it out of bounds and into the floodlights. When he returns home, he lies in the water while Eva watches him suspiciously through the window. One evening, the parents go out to dinner, leaving the children alone. Izzy takes the opportunity to invite Ronan to splash around in the pool, where they play Marco Polo. When it's the girl's turn to look, the guy cheats by going ashore. Nevertheless, Izzy searches, responding to the voice the scary creature speaks. Believing it to be Ronan, the girl dives after him, but comes face to face with a creepy drowning man and a spatial anomaly. The pool turns out to be much deeper than it appears. In a panic, she dives out. Ronan doesn't realize what happened. According to him, Izzy just dived in for a few seconds. The parents return early, forcing the boyfriend to promptly run away. On the day of the party, Elliot blackmails his sister, threatening to tell his parents that she brought a guy. He wants to know what scared her in the pool, but Izzy tells not to say anything to her parents. When guests gather, the boy puts a video camera in the window to catch anything suspicious. The guests are having fun, swimming, sunbathing, and socializing. Izzy talks to her new girlfriends about her relationship with Ronan, who doesn't understand what they're laughing about when he shows up. Eva is slicing watermelon and learns from the realtor that a little girl, the daughter of the previous owners named Rebecca, drowned here 30 years ago. Ray at this time meets a boy from baseball practice who has found a battered ball and asks for a signed keepsake. Penetrated by the child's admiration, the man suggests that he join the game in the pool, where the others are having fun. A protracted standoff leads Ray to retreat to deeper, submerging himself headfirst into the water. But when the boy throws his opponent into the water, Ray still doesn't resurface. A black liquid comes out of the drain hole and crawls into Ray's mouth. He freezes underwater, grabbing the legs of the boy sitting on his neck, and drags him down to the depths. Elliot sees from the window as he goes underwater and runs downstairs to warn the adults. The men dive into the pool, pulling out an unconscious Ray, and a boy who has bruises on his legs from Ray's dead grip. The party ends with the police arriving. The boy's parents agree not to file a police report, writing it off to Ray's illness. but in return they demand that he no longer come to practice or go near the children. Eva emotionally suggests leaving the house, away from the damn pool. When they leave, the spouse has a seizure and the wife has to return home to put him to bed. But instead of resting, he asks to be taken to the pool, and on refusal, smiles and says strange things. It's so cold down deep. Eva decides to drain the water and throws a pump into the pool. The next day, she searches for information about the previous owners, but finds out a lot more than she wanted to. It turns out that many people have died and disappeared in this house under strange circumstances over the last 100 years. After learning the address of the previous owners, the woman goes to visit them. The door is opened by an elderly woman. Inviting the guest into the house, she talks about her wonderful and successful son. When it comes to the house with the pool and the drowned girl, the woman replies that she had no daughter, only a son. Eva recounts her worries about the negative effects of the pool on her husband. Coughing, the interlocutor, wiping the black liquid oozing from her eyes, recalls an old legend about a miraculous spring capable of fulfilling cherished dreams, but in return, it demands a payment, a human life. That's exactly what happened to Rebecca. She became a bargaining chip for her son's health, and her mother was well aware of what she was doing. Eva asks how can the terrible curse be prevented, but the woman begins to cough. When she turns around, black liquid flows from her eyes. Smiling, she says it will be over soon. The source will take its course. The guest runs away in a panic, trying to call home on the way. She does not know that a black liquid has escaped from the hole in the shower and taken over her husband's mind. Back home in the evening, Elliot sees that the water in the glass is vibrating. He goes out into the yard, hoping to find the cat, not noticing the glass moving on the table. Hearing a squeak, the boy sneaks down the springboard to the inflatable circle, assuming the cat is on it. But instead, an evil spirit drags him underwater while an unseen force spins the reel's handle. Izzy notices that she's brother has fallen off and hurries to help with the reel. When the mother arrives, she calls her father and dives into the pool, but her son is nowhere to be found, only a descent to an unknown depth. Strapping on a hose, the woman dives in again, using the hose as a breathing tube. She finds Elliot floating senseless and drags him to the top. They are attacked by the spirits of those who died earlier, but that doesn't stop the woman from continuing to swim. Eva looks around, trying to figure out where to go, when a little girl named Rebecca appears. She opens her palm with an Elliot coin, and it points in the right direction. The camera flips around, showing how clouded the woman's mind is, having confused top and bottom. Noticing the light, Eva and her son swim to the surface. Izzy, injured by broken glass, meanwhile searches for her father. Ray, who appears with his face black with liquid, beats his daughter to stop her from calling for help on the phone. The girl tries to escape, tearing out a fistful of hair in the process, which her father holds onto. Hiding in the garage, she sees him coming out, grabbing a bat. Izzy follows. Ray grabs his wife, who tries to bring Elliot to consciousness. Izzy attacks from behind, hitting the man in the sore leg and arms with the bat. From the surprise, he spits out a black liquid. His wife pleads with Ray to come out of his foggy state of mind, and he, remembering the best moments of his life, spits out the rest of the liquid. At this point, Elliot comes to his senses. Deciding it's time to get the hell out, the family heads for the exit, but Ray sees a black cloud appear in the pool and Elliot gets worse. The man realizes that the pool needs a victim and turns around and walks down the steps into the water. He tells his family not to look, then plunges headfirst into a blob of darkness. Elliot gets better, but immediately afterward the black liquid disappears along with Ray's body, leaving only clear water. The next day, Elliot watches one of his father's videos. Eva examines the empty pool, then hands his son a coin with a smiley face on it. The surviving family members stand on the edge of the empty pool. The mother says they can just sell the house and leave, to which the son objects that then history will repeat itself with someone else. The perspective changes. A backhoe brings a bucket over the pool to fill it in like a grave, so that no one else is affected by, and that's the movie ends. What do you think about this movie? Write your thoughts about the movie in the comments. If you liked my short retelling, then put likes and subscribe to not miss new videos. See you soon.